Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the official eclipse cycle that will change your life forever. hmm Oh, yeah, this is the Peace Dealer. I just want to take this time to thank all Geminis everywhere, all over the world. You know, they hate us because they ain't us. You know, it's not easy being a Gemini. I used to think it was. And I mean, in a way it is. We just have to tell the truth. But that's why it's not easy. We have to tell the truth all the time. And we may not always be embraced by at least everybody, you know. a lot of us haven't made it. Rest in peace, Prince. They said you overdosed. We know that's a lie. Rest in peace, Biggie Smalls. Rest in peace, Tupac. Um, you know, some of us were too real. Virgo Moon, Gemini Sun, former U.S. President JFK. You know, they murked him because he said too much. So, and just letting you know what I mean? And you look at the work we do, as much as I've gotten shadow banned, shout out to Russell Brand, too. Shout out to motherfucking Russell Brand, just killing shit out here. Okay, shout out to Ricky Williams. Shout out to all the Geminis. Princess Nokia, Angelina Jolie, okay, Lauren Hill. Like, I can honestly keep going. Like, we out here. We are out here. We are outeth here. And, you know, this is the general disrespect that we get just for basically changing shit. I mean, look at how y'all have mercilessly, you know, dragged Ye's name through the mud, acting like he crazy, like he isn't a genius. And now he's a billionaire. And so let's use Ye as an example. Okay, I love, you know, happy birthday, Kanye West, because Kanye West and President Trump have basically reminded me why, you know, it's amazing to be a Gemini. Gemini men alone and women, shout out to Azalea Banks. I know they out here trying to call you crazy when you go off on people and tell the truth, even though you may do it in ways that are not, you know, the most politically correct or kind. But, you know, in the words of Kanye, you don't have to like me, you know. I'm me. I'm paraphrasing. But, you know, other than that, Gemini men have taught me that when the whole world tells you that you can't do anything, you can still do it, okay? Kanye West was told that he was just a producer. He can't rap. What? And, you know, now he has how many number ones and classic tracks with the most amazing artists. Then he was told that he can't get into fashion. And dude is definitively a billionaire. This is the dude who was a few $1 million in debt and asked, you know, I think Zuckerberg for money. And now he's a billionaire. He's a legitimate billionaire. And just, you know, overtaking. So don't let me get started on 45, like easily one of the greatest United States presidents we've ever had. So good that they had to create an entire virus and gain a function to kick this man out. So, you know, whether he gets reinstated or not, he's going down in history. That man inspired me to realize that when the whole world, 2016, the entire world ridiculed this man and said that he would not win the presidency, and then he won, to which they accused Russians of colluding, even though now they're saying it's the safest election ever. You know the shenaniganery. So, you know, that it wasn't Obama who taught me that. I didn't think it was weird that a black man was president. I thought that was racist for people to think that a black man couldn't be president. But, you know, people telling Trump that he wouldn't win, as a Gemini man, that was just so inspiring, okay? And even with what I do, I've been told that, oh, you can't make a living reading tarot cards. You can't make a living doing astrology. You have to work a regular job. You have to finish college. I dropped out of college, made $100,000, went back, got my degree, and did every single thing that they said that I couldn't do. And you know, I want to attribute that to the magic of Gemini, being able to really champion different thoughts. And I didn't really, do this whole Gemini dick riding thing just to dick ride Gemini. I did this so that you trust in the magic of new beginnings. This is new moon energy, and I wanted to share my inspirational Gemini story to inspire you on this transit, because this eclipse is having you open the door to something that's never been experienced, thought, or been done before. And given that it's going to be squaring Neptune, it may not be, you're not going to have the clear full picture. There's no Virgo analytical energy. There's no details you have. You're literally going for with an idea, a vision, and a dream. Okay? $1 and a dream. And you have to be willing to spread your wings and fly, even if it looks like you'll die. Because freedom and the mobility of taking an authentic action is worth dying for, more than being trapped and constrained in a construct that does not facilitate your most authentic self. It's better to die being real than to live being fake, is what I'm saying. And this is definitely going to unlock a brand new angelic enlightened language. Enlightenment is when the droplet realizes it's the ocean, right? But it's also when you realize you don't know shit. And it's the greatest feeling ever. This now opens your mind up to be guided by angels. And you won't let your own brain be processing, is this even real? Blah, blah, blah. Well, you don't know anything. So allow yourself. I totally did not mean to be condescending when I say that, but I mean this respectfully. Like, given the trillions of galaxies out there, you don't know how the aliens are trolling you on a daily basis with synchronicities alone. So this is going to open up a 6-month plus adventure towards rediscovering the truth. Relative to everything that's been revealed, you're about to step into the biggest shit show of deception being exposed, and then more deception covering up the deception that's been exposed. I'm so sorry, because you're gonna see fucking stupid idiots believe the most obvious lies of all time, to where even actual critical minded people be like, you really just want to believe the bullshit at this point. And it's going to expose pathology and a desperate need to maintain a false narrative and status quo because of how afraid of change most people may be. This is a mutable sign of change. We have the moon here, we have Mercury retrograde here, we have the North Node here, we have the sun here. So you are definitively, in an individual sense, because Gemini is an individual air sign, changing the way you think forever, bridging and unlocking in a transcendent sense of meaning that will incorporate and integrate new mechanisms and your supernatural abilities that will be unlocking. So we have the balsamic phase before the new moon on the 11th, and then we have the post new moon eclipse. As the moon gets closer and closer to the sun, you will come into more and more of an epiphany that will unlock and open a new door. If there's nothing that you get from this message, the only thing you need to get is Geminis are the shit. And if you're not dating a Gemini, dump your partner and get you some of this. Get you some of this right here. Sorry, that was my ego. What I was saying, if you didn't get anything I'm saying, is that you need to trust the magic of new beginnings. Do not be so inept or dumb that you take past experiences and bring them into new situations with different and new people. What may not have worked back then, learn from wisdom, but don't expect that it'll happen the same way, because the luck in this energy alone is insane. The moon has just entered Gemini, and so it's square to Jupiter in this mutable sign energy will quickly show you how fast everything can change in your life and in an instant. This requires belief in yourself and alignment with your own conscious thoughts. This enlightenment that's unlocking is getting ready to take your conscious thought process to the next level. And this is going to help you facilitate non-corporeal, metaphysical, supernatural phenomena that you have been emitting, experiencing, and integrating and interacting with your whole life, but haven't really understood how to make it click until now. So, few things are going to come through with this transit. The push for war will be declared. Within the next hours and couple of days, you will be receiving news that'll basically let you know what the next 6 months are going to be like, what agendas they're getting ready to push, what ideas they're getting ready to spread. This is not to fearmonger you. This should fill you with excitement. Whereas everyone else will be filled with stress and fear, this is your liberation. The pangs of war and the apocalypse is the end of one world and the beginning of another. So before people get caught up to speed on what's really happening, embodying an old narrative of an old world, you're downloading the truth of the new world, the new age of the gods, the new heaven, and the new earth. This is where you want to tap into the true nature of your being. Your name is a construct. Your race is a construct. Your nationality is a construct. Your species is a construct. You're not the name that your parents gave you, even though I'll say that is at least more relevant than anything else because there is a blessing, there is a meaning to the name, but you are not the name that your parents gave you. You're not a race, you're not a skin color, you're not a nationality, you're not even an ethnicity. I hate to break it to you. You're not a culture. And you are most definitely not a human. You're not a species. These are, of course, reasonably terms that we need so that we can simplify communication and at least systematically analyze and sort through terms so that as a civilization, we can not speak for 30 hours trying to pinpoint what or who something is. These symbols, right, that we create in word form through syllables to communicate with each other have progressed society forward. It has also brought us backwards because now we're using terms that in the system of language we've created work, but in the truth of who you are is really just ultimately misleading because now you're identifying with terms and aspects that put you in a box, but that's not who you truly are. And so you've been slowly but surely gradually building cognitive dissonance, experiencing synchronicities that really have you question how if you were just this species, could you even do all of this? And this is now where this new moon eclipse is going to unlock the true nature of who you are. Some of you are reincarnated gods and goddesses. And I don't mean so in the sense where you come from Egypt and you're the goddess Isis. When I say reincarnated gods and goddesses, I mean that you are an awakened being that has full conscious access to your past life memories and your abilities, hence being God, an awakened man, where man is God asleep. Some of you are angels. Some of you are dark lords. Some of you are bridging in mythological concepts that you're realizing were never myth, but more true than this systematic nomenclature and rhetoric that was shoved down your throat. May the truth set you free. It may piss some of you off first, but this is going to be one of the best new moon cycles of all time, I tell you. I'm going to let you finish Taurus new moon, but Gemini new moon is the best new moon of all time, period. Because this is definitively the new moon eclipse cycle that's going to unlock all the truth that has been hidden from you for decades. What you do with it is up to you. Many are called, a few are chosen. Some people will see this truth, deny it. Some people will see this truth, apply it. All right? So it depends on who you are. But don't deny the truth. There's certain things that we may think we are, and it's just our ego or our own illusions. You're going to be revealed who you truly are based on the actions you've taken and the magic you emit. And this is going to be the beginning of tapping into your abilities in a brand new way that truly remind you that you've always been a limitless supernatural being. If there is once again nothing else you got from this entire video, Get you a Gemini. I'm sorry. Trust in the magic of new beginnings and get you a Gemini. No, but trust in the magic of new beginnings and don't be afraid to take very important risks. Godspeed.